Hello Scorpio, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your bonus reading for the second half of October. I hope you guys are doing well. This is a general reading. As always, it will not resonate with every single person, so please do take from it what makes sense for you and release the rest. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below, and I'll include a link to all of the card decks and creators that you see here today, Scorpio. So let's get started. This is a reading that's going to be focusing on your person, the individual that you're focused on for this reading, more than likely in separation. And are you guys fated to be together, come back together, be together in this lifetime, or is it really time to say farewell and goodbye to this part of your life? So we'll take a look and see where this goes. These are the three decks that we'll be using for your focus messages. The first is the Sands of Time Oracle by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. And then we'll grab a message from my self-created deck. This is the X Oracle. And lastly, the Arrows of Love by Mystic Moon. So here we go. Let's take a look and see where this is headed for you. And as always, cross watchers and anyone else who's been guided to tune in, you're welcome to watch. All right, angels and spirit guides for Scorpio. For this bonus reading, what is your first focus message? I'm guided to this card right here. Finding solutions. Okay, so maybe the both of you are really wanting to find a solution on how to fix the issues going on in your partnership since you guys have been in separation. So that's actually a good thing. So the key here, of course, is to see if there is a solution ultimately to the relationship to overcome whatever difficulties you guys have endured. All right, let's grab a message from your person here, Scorpio. What is it that they need to express at this time? Let's grab this one right here. I admit I was bad at commitment before. I'm ready to offer you my love, my heart, my life. Am I too late? The question is, Scorpio, are they too late? You're the only one that can answer that question. And maybe that's why they really want to find a solution on how they can fix this. Because clearly part of the problem here is that they weren't ready to commit to you back then. All right, so let's go ahead and grab your third focus message from the Arrows of Love. Angels and spirit guides for Scorpio. For this bonus reading, let's grab your third message. Up in smoke. Yeah, clearly it went up in smoke, which is why you guys are not together right now. So that it went up in smoke because they were bad at commitment, basically. And part of the solution here, and the only solution here, is for them to overcome that phobia, perhaps, if they have a commitment phobia, and to get past that. If they're wanting to be with you, and if that was the issue, then they need to overcome that issue as far as being bad at commitment. All right, guys, so let's add to this with a deck called Fated Love Oracle. This is another one created by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. So let's continue and see where else this is going to go for you, Scorpio. Angels and spirit guides, please, for this bonus reading, second half of October. What else needs to come through? Time to make moves, okay? And it's interesting how we do have a watch right there, reference to time, and there's a clock right there too, someone holding a watch right there. So there's some reference to time that's needed, time that has passed, more time that perhaps needs to pass in order for you guys to work on this. And when your person is ready, Scorpio, perhaps they're going to have to make that first move to create communication here between the two of you. The next message is Soul Dance of Laughter. Okay. First of all, maybe when you guys were together, you really enjoyed just spending time with one another. You just love to kind of goof off and kind of dance with each other. Lots of laughter, lots of fun. The interaction was very special, I feel, and very lighthearted between the two of you. We do have karmic relationship that is represented here, okay? So if this person represents a karmic relationship for you, Scorpio, they were all about themselves at the time that you guys were together. They weren't ready to commit to you because they were too focused on perhaps other people, what made them happy, what their self-interests were, what it was that they needed to fulfill themselves. They weren't acting as though this was an equal partnership. It was all about them, I feel. And karmic relationships can also be very codependent, and sometimes it can be abusive. So if that applies, you know, it's represented here. Also, during this time of separation, this person could have moved on to someone else, and that could be representing this karmic relationship that they need to get out of in order to come towards you, you know, and maybe part of the solution here is to get out of this karmic relationship. That needs to go up in smoke in order for them to head towards your direction. And then we've got in too deep. So, you know, your person could be in too deep when it comes to this karmic relationship, which is why, you know, things kind of fell apart, or maybe that's why you're not hearing from them at this point in time. But the thing is, you know, going back to that dialogue message, I admit I was bad at commitment before. I'm ready to offer you my love, my heart, my life now. Am I too late? You know, so I have a feeling part of the reason why this is here is because this might be past energies that they were involved with someone else. It ended up being a karmic partnership. They got themselves in too deep into that situation, and so they couldn't create any sort of action to head in your direction. Okay, this could also be future energies for some of you when it comes to your person. So they have to remove themselves from one situation first in order to be ready to take this much needed move to come towards you. Okay, so that's what's coming through there. We have provider, spoils you. Okay, so maybe when you guys were together, this person definitely catered to you. They spoiled you. They gave you presents or really made you feel like you were number one, but at the same time, they couldn't commit, you know, so maybe that was their way of kind of appeasing the need for commitment towards you, is to be able to shower you with gifts, perhaps, or just the material stuff, but not so much the emotional part of things, you know? So if this is something that you relate to, that you had a partner that spoiled you, which can be very nice, but if what's lacking is the emotional commitment, then it creates a very out of balance energy. And then we've got false masks coming through. You know, they weren't being real with you. And so that's why things ended. Okay? The end, fated goodbyes. We are focusing, Scorpio, on a relationship, wanting to know, are you guys fated to be together? But clearly we have a fated goodbye here, which might be answering your question, that this could be a chapter of your life that you have walked away from. And so they're coming through asking, am I too late? For some of you guys, this person, they might be too late to reach out to you, especially if you've already moved on with your life. For some of you guys, this could represent past energies right here. So the big question is here, Scorpio, are you willing to give this person another chance, even though you guys have said goodbye to one another, even though clearly you have why do I keep saying clearly? Why have things ended here between the two of you? You've said goodbye to one another. You're not together. And clearly it's outlined here that they were bad at commitment. I keep saying clearly. I apologize. I don't know why I keep saying that today. All right, so let's move on to the next deck and see what else comes through here. So let's grab some messages from the Fire and Ice Lenormand deck. This is by Angelic Revelation 144. So it seems that this has been a very challenging situation, very complicated, Scorpio. This hasn't been easy by any means, especially if your person was wearing a false mask. They weren't being real with you. They could have been spoiling you, but at the same time, they were perhaps masking a deception here, especially if there were infidelities that you guys dealt with, because they were bad at commitment. They weren't loyal to you, which could have certainly been them stepping out on the connection. So are you guys fated to say goodbye, which you already have, or stay away from each other? We've got the Wells energy here. Resources, creativity, healing, and wishes can be realized with dedication. And that's exactly it. You guys have to be able to dedicate your time and energy into this partnership. And I have a feeling here, Scorpio, that this person was not fully dedicating themselves to you because, again, they were bad at commitment. So if they want you, they're going to have to definitely change things up with how they interact with you. So all the more reason to find solutions. That's why it's here. We have the Rider coming through. Fast news or traveling to you. Okay, so you might hear something from this person wanting to reach out, wanting to fix this, wanting to have some sort of solution for you guys to begin again. We do have stars. Okay. Divine guidance, healing, and inspiration. So if this is a situation here, Scorpio, where the stars will align once again for you guys to come back together, and you're being divinely guided back towards this person, or they're being divinely guided back to you, then who's to say this can't work, right? Who's to say that you guys cannot have a second chance, even though it ended, even though you guys said goodbye to one another? You can have a new beginning if you guys actually put in the effort. Just as this says, you know, wishes can be realized with dedication and effort to fix this. So this first message that came through, it's very important for what's happening here. We have tree, here to stay and grow, sacred soul connections. So if you give this person another chance, Scorpio, what I'm feeling here is that, as that card says, I'm ready to offer you my love, my heart, my life. They're here to stay. So it's up to you, of course, if you open up the door, allowing them back into your life, because they're coming through here letting you know, it's like, look, I understand that perhaps I was not a very good partner to you before, and you didn't have my loyalty or commitment, but I'm here to stay now. I understand the connection that we have, and I'm wanting to give this another try, is basically what they're wanting you to know here. We have a letter coming through. Thoughtful, passionate, loving communication. So they definitely want to reach out. They want to communicate. And then we have broom coming through. Passion, aggression, jealousy, lust, and strife. Okay. So there were certain things, perhaps, Scorpio, that you guys, when you were together, swept things under the rug. You guys didn't deal with the real issues at hand. Yes, it could have been a very passionate connection, but you guys could have also had arguments, very aggressive behavior towards each other. And because we have jealousy attached to this energy, that's because you might have had a partner who was stepping out on you and entering into third parties and being with a karmic at the time that you guys were together, maybe. Could have all just been for sex as well, if you had a partner who ended up moving on to someone else. So this is a bit of a difficult energy with that broom, because I feel that contributed to why you guys went your separate ways. You dealt with a partner who was not loyal to you. But we've got flowers coming in, okay? Love, passion, appreciation. So, you know, it's almost like you guys had to say goodbye. You had to end this in order for them to appreciate you that much more, in order for them to really appreciate who you represented in this partnership. You know, they could have stepped out on the connection hoping to find something better than what you guys had, and they didn't find it. And now they're coming through, letting you know that they're ready to commit. They're ready to really offer you everything that they could not offer you before. So let's grab some tarot to add to this, Scorpio. Let's take a look and see what else. This is my tarot teacher deck, guys, for those who are interested in learning how to read tarot. I did create this deck for those who would like to learn how to read tarot decks, and so I made it very easy in that it contains upright and reversed meanings for each card. So if you're interested in this, the deck link or the deck shop link is down below in the description box, as well as all of the other amazing creators and decks that you see here today. So Scorpio, let's continue. Let's see what else. What else needs to come through here? Ten of Swords, yeah. We already know there was something very painful that went down here. That's why it ended. Swords is air. Some of you guys might be dealing with Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. So the Ten of Swords is backstabbing. It's betrayal. It was a very painful ending. This person contributed to the collapse of the relationship. And so perhaps your reaction to all this is that you severed ties. You walked away from it. It was clearly a relationship that fell apart. It fell apart. We've got the Lovers coming up in the reverse now. Okay, so this is Gemini specifically. So this definitely is picking up off of the breakup between the two of you, that it was a missed connection, power struggles that you guys might have dealt with, disharmony in the relationship, that there was this out of balance vibe, fear of commitment, which we already know right there. That's your person. But you know, in the reverse, the Lovers card is also about self-love, and maybe it was a blessing in disguise that you guys went into separation because it really allowed you to focus on yourself, to be able to love you, and they need to love themselves enough to do the right thing and stop getting themselves entangled in situations with people that ultimately are not good for them. But you know, that was a part of their lesson to learn. We have the Four of Cups coming through here. Okay, this represents a missed opportunity, the disconnectedness between the two of you. This is a time for reevaluation, for this person to really reassess where they're at and where they want to end up with you. They could be fantasizing about you still, even though you guys are not together. They've got regrets about how this all played out between the two of you, and things are stagnant between the two of you right now. They could have also been very depressed since you guys have been out of touch with one another. You could have also been very depressed yourself. This is your own energy, Cups, water energy. Some of you guys may have also dealt with a fellow water sign, Cancer and Pisces included. But we do have the Three of Wands coming through right here. So it's time to look ahead. It's time to travel away from the past. This is all about rapid growth, forward planning. And clearly they did not make good choices before, but this is the energy of making happy choices, choices that make us truly get out of that energy of regret. Someone who's happy with their choices. This could represent a long distance romance for some of you. But it's time to stop living in the past, bury the past, and move on. Five of Cups, no doubt this made you very sad. There was this sense of loss and grief and despair as a result of what happened. Very disappointing, you know, so you were definitely highly affected by what happened here between you and this person. But look at this, you've got the energy of the Sun. So after this painful ending, after you guys said goodbye, you took the time to work on yourself, and hopefully your person has done a lot of work on themselves too. You guys can still head towards the energy of this Sun, where you can find happiness, fulfillment, come back into union. That could still lead towards marriage for some of you guys. So you guys were destined to say goodbye. It was a fated goodbye. It ended. That's why you're not together. But it's also, I feel, Scorpio, a part of your destiny to possibly come back into union with this person. Because I feel they've gained a lot of wisdom since you've last seen this person. They've learned a lot of lessons. They're being divinely guided back to you, and they're coming through here letting you know that they're wanting to grow this relationship with you. They're here to stay. They recognize how special a bond this is and or was, and they've now perhaps had a change of heart. They now realize that in order to win you back, they needed to be ready to commit to you. So they really are wanting to know, is it too late for this to happen? And you're the only person that can answer that question. Is it too late? And if you're sitting here watching this reading and you're like, oh yeah, nope, we're done, then it's done. You know, you answered your own question. If you're really done, then it is done. Because there's no way for them to come back into your life if you don't allow them to come back. But if you're open to it, if you still have love for this person, and if they are definitely working on themselves to be ready to commit to you, and if you're okay with them coming back into your life, this might ultimately head towards the energy of the sun, this very happy potential outcome here between the two of you. But it's your call, Scorpio. Totally your call. Okay? So let's grab some dialogue messages. This is the Divine Feminine Confessions deck by Bridget of Divine Essentials. So let's see, you know, what do you guys need to say to one another at this point in time? There are those of you who are open to reconciliation, and there are those of you who are content with this goodbye and ending that you have had, and perhaps you're ready to move on. Okay, so let's see. What does the feminine have to say to the masculine right now? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Scorpio. All right, feminines. First message. I want to open up sexually with you. My past traumas make me hold back from really giving over every piece of me to you. I know you've felt something missing or wrong. Okay? So my feminines, if you relate to this, and this is the message that you are sharing with your masculine at this point, perhaps for some of my feminines, maybe that's why you were bad at commitment, because of these traumas. But you're now ready to open up sexually to your masculine. Whoops. Let's grab this one. Some days are so bad and I get so mad at you. Okay, so maybe my feminine, sometimes there are just days where you get triggered by what's happened and you just have to go through it. You know, it's a part of the journey here. Next message. I don't always like loving you. It hurts me more than I'd like to admit. I've loved you so long now and it's taken over quite a bit. Wow. You know, it's one of those situations where somebody has hurt you and yet in your heart of hearts, you can't stop loving them. And it hurts to love them because of the fact that they are unable to commit. But I really feel here, for some of you, this could be past energies where that's how they made you feel, because clearly they've changed. They are wanting to know, can they come towards you now? Because they are ready. And this could be a trigger too for some of my feminines. I refuse to chase you again. However, I'm also afraid you'll never come on your own, and I don't want to be alone. Okay? But the thing is, feminines, it does appear that your masculine is heading towards you. Yes, you guys had an ending, but you can have a beginning as well, a new beginning. Let's grab one more. So I know you guys have been through a bit of a rough journey here with this person. Hasn't been easy. I'm afraid to let you in fully because I've been hurt so much already. Yeah, totally understandable, feminines. You know, you're protecting your heart because you dealt with perhaps a masculine who was unfaithful to you, who was not loyal. Yep. So let's grab some messages now from the Divine Masculine here, and let's see where the masculines are at. All right, so we're going to grab some messages from the Thinking Man Oracle Volume 2 deck, guys. Okay, so this is one of my self-created ones. So Scorpio from the Divine Masculine. What is it that this masculine wants to say to the feminine for this bonus reading? I will never love, desire, cherish, or want another. It's always been you. Okay? And my feminines, I know you really needed to hear that. And, you know, this masculine, this could have been a realization that happened while you guys are in separation. After having experienced a not so good relationship and connection with a karmic, they now realize what they had with you could not compare, because what you guys had was very special. I miss your voice, your laughter, the endless hours of conversations we had about anything, about everything, about nothing in particular. Oh, how I miss you. There's something about the laughter here, Scorpio, between the two of you. Okay, soul dance of laughter. And now this message from the masculine is saying that, you know, this masculine misses your laughter. So you guys had a lot of fun together. Next message. If you could rip my heart open, you'd know how devastated I am that we're not together right now. And I have a feeling for some of my feminines, this is clarifying a lot of what you don't know about your masculine, that they were highly affected by the breakup. They're devastated as well. Okay, so I feel they're ready to make amends and really come towards you with the type of commitment that was lacking before. And then we have stay. Okay. And isn't it interesting that this particular card from the tree card, it does say here to stay and grow. And I feel part of the problem before was that they did not stay. So now they're not only wanting you to stay, but they're coming through here letting you know that they are here to stay. They're not going anywhere. I'll be there, okay? Ready to be there for you, feminines. They weren't there for you before, but this masculine is ready to come towards you and be committed. And lastly, you will always be my baby. Okay? So that's what's coming through from the Divine Masculine here. And my feminines, perhaps some of these messages have surprised you that this is what's coming through, but that's how they're feeling. You are missed, you are loved, you are cherished. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some insight from my Heart and Soul Love Oracle. Let's see what else is coming through here. So, Scorpio, what I'm feeling here for some of you guys is there's just too much that happened here, that you have said goodbye to this person. It's the end, and that's how it's going to stay. And you've decided to move on because you were dealing with a partner that was bad at commitment, and you decided to go in a different direction to find another love that didn't have those issues. And if that's the case for you, fantastic. However, on the other side of that coin, you guys are being given the opportunity to reconnect and to find a solution to fixing this. For those of you who are open to reconnecting with this person, they're clearly coming through here that they are being divinely guided towards you. The stars are aligning for this to come back together, and that they're ready to commit. They are ready to put in the work, to offer their love, the passion, the commitment, and they're here to stay. Okay? So whatever side of the fence you fall on here, Scorpio, whether it's really the end or whether you feel that this person is fated truly to be a part of your life still. So this is one of those readings where it's kind of 50-50. It depends on what you want and how you see things here. But for those who definitely want a reunion, it appears that that certainly is possible because you've got the energy of the sun that's blessing this reading. For Scorpio, please, angels and spirit guides. All right, we've got a few here. Here's our Divine Masculine. Okay, so my masculine's definitely wanting to be heard. We have someone who was ghosted. Okay, We have the unexpected, and we have the best. Bottom of the deck is touching. So let's read these. Okay, so my feminines, if you're watching for a divine masculine, here's the masculine wanting you to know. It's like, look, I know I've done my share to really ruin this relationship, and I'm ready to commit to this. But this is the overall message from this masculine. I am powerful, but I don't always know it. I am strong, but tend to hide my weaknesses. I am confident, but I can be vulnerable. I can make you laugh. There's that energy again from laughter. But I can be serious when I need to be. I am here to bring your life joy and happiness when you're feeling sad. I know how to love, but sometimes it scares me, and I run from it. Take me for everything that I am. Don't try to change me. I am who I am. Okay? So that's the masculine coming through. And then we've got this ghosted energy that some of you guys might be able to relate to. I thought I knew what I wanted. I thought I wanted you. I didn't know how to tell you that I had a change of heart, that I wasn't as into you as you were into me. So instead of being honest and upfront, I blocked you. I ghosted you. I know now that was wrong, but now I'm too embarrassed to reach out, to see you, to simply apologize and say I'm sorry. So very specific message, obviously, if you're able to relate to this. But I'm also feeling that this person, even though they might have ghosted you and treated you this way, especially if you're dealing with a masculine who did this, they've had a change of heart again, I'm feeling, because they're part of this vibe could have been when they were bad at commitment, but they've changed. They have evolved from this person that they were. And they're ready to come towards you with a very different type of honesty this time, my feminines. That's just what I'm feeling here from your masculine. They know they did wrong, and now they're embarrassed to reach out to you because they know they treated you so poorly. And then we have the unexpected. There's something about flowers that just pulls at our heartstrings, birthdays, anniversaries, special occasions, but the best flowers are the unexpected ones, the flowers that make you feel extra loved on an ordinary day, when your special someone takes time to let you know that you are loved. So there's something about flowers, and remember that came through already from this particular deck, okay? They want to be able to express their love and appreciation for you. So some of you guys might actually be receiving some unexpected flowers from your person. And then we have the best. I never expected us to be the best of friends so quickly, almost as if we've known each other before. And just when I started to get used to you being my best friend, you became my best love. I have a feeling the best is yet to come. Okay? So you guys could have certainly considered yourself best friends when you were together in your partnership. But clearly they did something to ruin the dynamic of the relationship. But you guys can revive this and have more adventures together and have better memories together moving forward together. And possibly the best is yet to come for the two of you. Okay, so that's what's presenting itself from that deck. So let's grab some additional insight here, Scorpio, from the Journey of Love deck. This is by Bridget, again, of Divine Essentials. So I have combined volume 1 and 2. That's why it's a thicker deck here. So let's see what else here, Scorpio. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Scorpio, bonus reading, second half of October. What else do you need to know? I'm so afraid to tell you, we have fear and anxiety here. Okay? So they know that they want you. They know that they want to come back. They want to find a solution to fixing this, but especially if they know that they really mess things up here, they're allowing their fears to get in the way. And they're feeling very anxious about it, afraid to really open up their heart to you. So, you know, just give this person the time that they need to get rid of these anxieties and fears to really reach out and just express themselves. And remember, we've got this letter, you know, so even though this person might be afraid to physically reach out, maybe they might be able to do it in the form of a text or an email or reach out to you on social media. and be able to express themselves in that way rather than calling you and having those awkward silent moments or coming by to see you face to face. I don't think they're ready for that quite yet, especially if they are not quite sure if you're receptive to them coming over to see you, you know. And then we've got this isolated message coming through. I'm empty without you. Yeah, they are. You represented so much joy, I feel, in their life, and maybe they didn't appreciate it at the time that you guys were together, but they do now. They still desire you. I can still taste you. So there's something about the chemistry, the intensity of the passion that they feel for you, something about the way you kiss, perhaps, the way you taste, something that they really enjoy about those intimate moments. And then we have seduction, okay? I wanted you the moment I saw you. And they still want you. We have karmic, okay? So karmic lessons needed to be learned here. And this card does say this taught us our lessons that equals blessings. So karmic lessons that ultimately brought in these blessings for the two of you. I want you now. Okay, so there's this very aggressive energy from your person letting you know. They're wanting you to know they really want you. We have pleasure. You excite me in ways I never knew existed. Okay, so really, it's very intense, the sexual chemistry. And oh my gosh, I forgot to read one. We ended up getting the touching message. Sorry about that. So this card says the attraction, the fire, the passion between us is undeniable. I want you, you want me. We've had this intensity right from the start. The way you kiss me, move me, make love to me. I remember the way we looked into each other's eyes, the sound of your breath, the taste of your kiss. Nobody will ever touch me the way you do. Nobody. So there we go. Clarification here. I can still taste you. There's something about that between the two of you. And lastly, we have eternity. Eternally yours, okay? So you see, even though they were bad at commitment before, Scorpio, they are wanting to be eternally yours from here on out. If you're willing to allow them back into your heart, into your life, they want to be yours forever. That's what's presenting itself here. So it's a choice that you're being presented with. Okay? So let's close this out, guys, with some final messages from the Lover's Oracle deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Scorpio. Manifesting miracles. Look at that. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Okay, so you've got a miracle that you're going to be blessed with when it comes to what's happening here. Because this has been a very challenging situation for some of you guys. And time is needed, okay? You are trying too hard. Give it time. Have some patience here for this to manifest. Forgiveness, definitely needed. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So it's time to forgive the past. It's time to move on from that. Find a space in your heart of forgiveness from your person or for your person. And clearly they're wanting to recommit to you, to find a solution to what brought you guys into separation. And lastly, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. You know, and exactly, because we've got a couple of scenarios coming through here. You absolutely do have to follow your heart. Do what feels right for you. If you are content with the fact that you guys are not together and that this is a fated goodbye, it's the end, you know, if you're happy with that, you're content with that, then wonderful. But if you're not, and if you're really wanting this person to come back into your life, it appears that they're ready to commit, truly commit to you. They want to be able to build a life with you and stay. They're not going anywhere this time. That's clearly presenting itself here. Okay, so that's all I've got for you, Scorpio. And hopefully whatever part of this resonated with you helps you out when it comes to this connection. It appears that some of you guys are fated to come back together. Okay, so that's what I have this time. And if you're interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below. And that's all I've got for now. And I will see you next time. Take care.